This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 2921 Midvale Avenue, Los Angeles, California, 90064. Today is April 25th, 2022. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 2-inch cast iron waste line located at the rear of the house, just to the rear of the house, just outside the kitchen area. And this is our cast iron waste line here. This is our kitchen area here. This is the window for our kitchen. This is our side door. This goes out towards the rear of our property. What we're going to do is we're going to zero out our camera monitor here. We're just going to push out and take a good look. So again, it does appear to be cast iron waste line. Again, we're just going to continue to push out. Cast iron waste line does appear to have some buildup and scaling throughout, but again, we'll just continue to push out. What we'll do is we'll push out and attempt to transition into our sewer at the front of the house, and then from there we'll mark that area. Again, we'll just continue to push out. So again, our cast iron sewer line waste line does appear to have some buildup and some scaling throughout, and it does appear that we're transitioning to what appears to be vitreous clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area at 2 foot 10 inches deep, and this is just on the tile just in front of the front door. So again, we just marked that area with the red crayon at 2 foot 10 inches deep. And again, as you can see, we do have a crack here in this joint. As you can see, from about the 9 o'clock going all the way around to about the 6 o'clock area. Got a root coming there on the side. Again, we're just going to continue to push out. And you can see in this joint as well, you got a full crack in this joint. So it's basically this area here has a full diameter crack, as you can see. So again, we're just continuing to push out. And again, we have another crack in this area as well. You can see there from about the 9 o'clock going all the way around to about the 6 o'clock. Got some root intrusion coming into that joint there. A little bit of offset from about the 9 o'clock going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock. So again, we're just continuing to push out. And again, you can see that this area here is completely broke. The crack is already splitting the vitreous clay, as you can see. So it's going all the way up and around to the top there. So from about the 6 o'clock going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we do have a fairly large break in this area here from about the 6 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 1 o'clock area. But again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And what we'll do is we'll mark an area where we transition to our lateral, which is in the street. And again, you can see that we do have another crack in that joint there from about the, looks to be from about the 9 o'clock area going all the way around to about the 6 o'clock area. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, as well, we do have another, pretty much a break in this area here. It's a full diameter crack in that area, as you can see there. And you can see at the top, right around the 12 o'clock area, there's a crack there. So it's pretty much broke. It's just a matter of time before that area collapses. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, this is just going across the front yard area. And you can see we have an offset in this joint here from about the 7 o'clock area going all the way around to about the 1 o'clock. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, as we push out, we're coming up on our next joint. As you can see here as well, we got another crack in this joint as well. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, you can see this area here has a break in it. You can see the break from about the 6 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. You can see the face of the vitreous clay there where the root intrusion's coming in. So that's a good sign that the pipe has a full diameter break in it. So again, that's just a matter of time before that area collapses. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And it does appear that we're transitioning to what appears to be ABS plastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to mark this area. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area at 7 foot 3 inches deep, and this is just at the front of the property next to the sidewalk. We did mark this area with an orange flag. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out, and as you can see, we're transitioning from vitreous clay to black ABS sewer pipe, and as you can see here, there is an opening. So they did repair a section of piping here at the front of the property. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And as we continue to push out, it does appear that we're transitioning to what appears to be a CIPP cured in place liner. This is, you can see here a little bit of the liner deteriorating there at the bottom. You can see that area there just deteriorating a little bit there at the bottom. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And as you can see right there, right around the, let's call it right around the 10 o'clock area, you can see that there's some writing there. So that's a good indication that it is a CIPP cured in place liner. Also, you can see the seam right around the 12 o'clock area. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, as we continue to push out, it does appear that we do have a penetration here in the CIPP liner. You can see that the root intrusion is penetrating right here at the 12 o'clock area through the seam. I'm going to pause here for a moment.
Perfect.
Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, you can see we do have some root intrusion here. Again, as well, the root had penetrated in the top of the liner there, right around the 12 o'clock area. So again, we'll just continue to push out, get past this area. And again, as we continue to push out, it does appear that we're getting into another fairly large root intrusion here that's coming in from the, appears to be coming in from the top. It does appear that the CIPP liner is being compromised there at the top. It doesn't, the seam there does seem to be peeling through. As you can see there, that's part of the seam there at the top of the liner. So it does appear to be peeling. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. Got a little debris on our camera lens. And we're transitioning back to what appears to be vitreous clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is in the middle of the street. We did mark it with a red crayon at 7 foot 4 inches deep. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Coming up on the next joint, and a little bit of gap in that joint there, but nothing major. And then we make a drop. And as we make the drop, you can see that the line is broke in this area. You can see we're making a drop here, and you can see that the line there, right in that area, right in the drop, it does appear to be a chimney. And we're dropping down, and you can see that the line is crushed in that area. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. It does appear to be a fairly large root in that area. And again, you can see there that the line does appear to have a large break. Right at the joint, you can see that the area is crushed. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. As we push out, we drop down. And it does appear to be, this does appear to be our city sewer tie-in here, as you can see. But what we're going to do is we're just going to push out a little bit further and just take a good look. And again, there it is. There's our city sewer tie-in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to locate this area here. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. And we are at approximately 11 feet deep in the middle of the street. And we are parallel with our city sewer tie-in. We're just right in front of our manhole cover. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back. You can see that this is our city sewer tie-in here. You see the water flowing beneath us. So again, we're just going to pull back slowly. Take a good look as we pull back. A little difficult to see that joint there right at the saddle. But as we pull back, we knew that we do have a break. A little bit of debris there. Make a little bit of a turn, but you can see in this area here, we do make a little bit of a turn here, so we do drop down, and it makes another turn here as we're heading towards our city sewer tie-in here. So again, we're making a little bit of a turn. We're pulling back. Again, a little you got a root intrusion in that area there. And then again, as we pull back slowly, you can see that this joint here is broken. So this is in a chimney. This is in a stack, just as in the middle of the street. This is about approximately 2 to 5 feet back from the city sewer tie-in. You can see that that area there is completely broken. So again, it's just a matter of time before that joint there collapses. So again, we make a little bit of a turn. We continue to pull back. And then as we pull back, I'm going to transition back into our CIPP cured in place liner. And you can see in our CIPP cured in place liner, you can see areas here that the liner has been compromised. We do have some root intrusion. You do have the CIPP liner at the top there peeling. You can see the seam there that's peeling. So there's areas in the CIPP liner that are compromised. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. So we got some more root intrusion in this area here. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. And we'll pull back, and then as we pull back, we're going to transition back into black ABS sewer pipe. And again, this is at the front of the house. This is just underneath the sidewalk, underneath a large tree in that area there, right under the sidewalk, right on the property there, the edge of the sidewalk in the grass. And there's our clean out. That clean out there is just at the right next to the sidewalk in the planter area, right at the front of the property. And again, we did mark this area with an orange flag. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And as we pull back, we do have quite a bit of cracks and breaks throughout the vitreous clay sewer line as we pull back towards the front of the house. So again, another crack in that joint there. And again, another full diameter. It's a break in that joint there. You can see there at the top, there's full diameter crack going all the way around, and then at the top, right around the 12 o'clock area, you can see the break in that area that's running into the crack. So again, it's just eventually over time that area there will collapse as well. So again, we'll continue to pull back with some root intrusions in that joint there, and as well as another crack. And we did see all these areas on the way out. So again, you can see here we do have another fairly large break in this area here. So this area is starting at the bottom there, right around the 6 o'clock, going all the way up and around to about the 1 o'clock area. And you can see the gap there. So it is completely split apart. So again, we're just continuing to pull back. And again, another crack in that joint there. You can see from about the 9 o'clock going all the way around to about the 6 o'clock. And again, another crack in that joint as well. And again, these cracks are full diameter cracks. So again, it's just a matter of time before the line gets penetrated more, possibly breaks, collapses. So again, another full crack in that area there. And now we're transitioning back into our cast iron waistline. So we did mark this area here on the front porch. We did mark it with the red crayon. So again, we're going to transition back into our cast iron waistline. And as we pull back, the cast iron waistline was possibly hydrojetted. As you can see here, it does appear to be fairly clean for the period of the cast iron waistline. So I'm just going to pull back slowly. And again, once we get the video back to the office, we can take another good look at the video. We'll watch it really clearly on our monitor in the dark and see it a lot better. Again, we're just continuing to pull back, make a little bit of a turn. There does appear to be an opening there right around the 10 o'clock area there. Again, right around the 10 o'clock area. Again, it's very difficult to tell. That's just a piece of the cast iron debris that chipped away, or is that possibly an opening or possibly a crack in that area. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. And I got a tie in there. Continue to pull back, and we got another tie-in there right around the 3 o'clock area. Continue to pull back, and we're coming back towards our clean out. We're going to come up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.